Several years ago, I was subjected to a very racist paradigm where I was supposed to be the American Taliban or the inverse of the American Taliban, while women and girls in Afghanistan were prevented from attending educational facilities and going to school. And I wasn't told that's what was happening. I had to find out on my own. It's 25 years later. And if you were to tell me today that we were about to go to war, and you were to ask me if I supported sending girls to school where they could be electronically tortured in order to pay for their teachers' salaries, and then that could be embezzled through the local pension system to pay for the warriors and the civil service administrators of their so called democratic government, I would say, I support you. Shut it down. I would rather teach my child in my own home. But let me tell you what they do. You bring your daughter or your son into your own home, and you're supposed to register with their authority locally, the school district. And even if you have a private school, they require you to register with them. And while they're sexually exploiting their public school students, they're drawing on your time at home because you have to provide them with the schedule. And even in your own home, they will sexually exploit your child. So if you're going to deal with this, deal with it comprehensively. How dare they sexually exploit my child in my home when I'm teaching them myself because their teachers are too depraved to cease and desist a system that requires the sexual exploitation of their students for them to get paid. I really wish in the last 25 years somebody had paid attention to this instead of fabricating some global movement of women's rights to sexually exploit children for their financial liberation. But unfortunately, to this day, that has not seemed to come about. So if you're going to go there, go all the way. Shut it down 100%. Do not use the ruse of education or literacy for children as a means by which to try to inculcate them early in life into accepting prostitution as a legitimate way of being, or a culture that allows men to think that the prostitution of women is something they deserve or should feel entitled to. I look forward to an appropriate communication moving forward on these very important matters.